We
quite
worked
a lot.
together to make the story.
So
yeah.
it's a real cooperation, but at the same time, when you see the final result, it looks like something that is scripted and really
Oh, right.
detailed.
Yeah.
How did you manage that?
It just, we all worked together. We had workshops twice a week at the E&O, and they were just a fantastic bunch of people. They had loads of ideas, and some of the people wrote their own things. Some of them actually improvised in the moment in the film. So each take was slightly different. So some of it was quite scripted beforehand, and other bits were, as I say, improvised actually while we were filming. So, and the other bits, like the songs, we worked out beforehand, and that was based on material that we'd devised in the sessions. Actually, musically, we had all our numbers in place, so all the songs were worked out beforehand. And what we did is everybody, I think this is the wonderful thing about it, is that everybody sang live. So we always had a piano on set, on location, and I played it. So I was often, like in the salon, often had to be shut out because the salon was so small to film in. I had to go outside of the piano, which is quite funny, with a couple of huge monitors so I could see with the action, but then I could also play the piano at the same time. So that was quite tricky, but because we sang live, the performances were fantastic. Because we had that live element and everything. Like, for example, the last song where Emma sings, she sang that. We did that in one. I don't know if you noticed, it was one take. She sang that live in the middle of a housing estate, on this housing estate in the middle of the night, on a freezing cold night, live with me playing the piano. You don't see it, and she had an earpiece in her ear, so she could hear it. She was wired up to the piano. She could hear it. No one else could, and she just sang her heart out on the estate, and she just did an amazing job.
And how did you manage the other parts where there's obviously editing and so the songs?
Yeah, with great difficulty.
Because it does look like complicated.
Yeah, I had a brilliant arranger called David Chilton who arranged, as much as we could, we took the piano line out of the songs afterwards, and as you can hear, it's in quite a bit, but David put new orchestration in underneath to jazz them up, particularly in the jazzy numbers.
How was it working with these group of women?
Oh, they're just
from a human
amazing.
point of view?
Just amazing, wonderful.
Because they all look real.
They're very real, they're just really interesting people, fantastic, and their enthusiasm and their professionalism. That's right, professionalism was just brilliant. They were so committed to the project. They had so much energy, so many ideas. You know, when we were filming, they were just 100% amazing and really interesting stories. So I learnt a lot.
Having
really
spoken to
blessed.
some of them, they all seem to be really, really grateful and enthusiastic and have made some sort of connection with each other, which is also beautiful.
I think when you work in that close way with a group of people, you do get close, don't you?
Yeah.
And that's part of the joy of working collaboratively, working as a team. And we had a really good team. I had a good, amazing, again, brilliant cameraman, brilliant, wonderful sound man who was always there, especially with a live, singing live, having to mic, for example, that many people up at once and channel all those different voices and then sort it all out afterwards took him a long time. So it was a big job. A great editor. No, I've just been really lucky with the people I've worked with.